Flipside, and I'm your regular host, Olu J. Orikokai. Today we'll be looking at World Skills Day, exploring skills for development. And today, to do that with us, we have the person of Ivy Omusi. She is the CEO Ivy Glam. And also the person of Iriagbe Monday. Okay, Iriagbe Monday. All right, so together we'll be looking at all it entails as far as this day is concerned. Now, quickly now, let's bring you up to speed what this day is all about. Now, the International Labour Organization estimates show that globally youth employment falls at 8.7% in 2020 and predicted a fall even more in the coming future. Now, there is a growing concern that youth throughout the world are not being able to find employment and even proper education and training. Now, the number of youth not in employment and education or training, known as NETs, reached nearly 267 million and is expected to increase to 273 million in order to get these conditions, and in order for things not to escalate, this day has been set aside by the United Nations to know that people, youth in general, to go into skill acquisition. Now, we'll start with the person of Ivy Omosi. Now, first off, you are a designer. When I mean designer, you're a makeup artist. Now, what prompted you into makeup?
Okay, so I graduated 2013. So after graduation, now that kind of searching for work, a new graduate, you understand. So I did that for like almost a year.
Okay.
And nothing was forthcoming. So I decided to say, okay, fine, what will I do now? There's no job.
Okay, first of all, what did you study in school?
Business administration.
Business administration, okay.
Yes. So no job was forthcoming, and man needs to eat. I have to take care of myself and all that. So I decided to, to go into something or to think of something else to do, thereby going into this profession that I found myself doing today.
Okay, now going into the profession, did you have a flair for it, or you just went into it because someone told you, oh, it's a lucrative one, you get more customers, you get money and everything?
Yes.
Was it a passion-driven experience?
Yes, outside being a lucrative one, it is what I like doing. I have passion for it, and I love looking beautiful, and I also enjoy seeing people look beautiful, work done by me. So when they say this person, wow, this person looks good, this person is okay, this person is looking fine, and when it's been done as in by me, when it's coming from me, like I'm okay and I'm satisfied. So I have passion for it, and in order, it's also as in being lucrative. And
okay, now for how many years have you been in the makeup industry?
For like I think 7 to 8 years now.
7 to 8 years. Okay, so we'll pause there now. So Iriagbe, yes, what prompted you into making of shoes?
For me, I learned this in 2006. Okay. 2006 then. So after secondary school, so and that now called me then, what will you do? And I said, for me, let me go and learn work.
I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school. And I said, okay, what do you want to learn? Let me go into shoemaking. So that's where I learned 3 years. So when I round up, I didn't learn from Benin here. I learned from Yoruba land. So when I finished then, I opened. But my spirit was telling me, go back to Benin, go back to Benin. So that's why I found myself in Benin.
Okay.
And I thank God.
Okay, and you said since
2006.
Okay, 2006. Now, while you were learning, was it just all men's affairs, all boys' affairs, or you saw some ladies there also wanting to learn shoemaking?
No. Because where we learn, just like school.
Okay.
Just like school.
So it's mixed.
Yes, that's no female.
Oh, no female.
We are all
Okay,
male.
all male.
Yeah, we are all
okay,
male.
but we know right now, Ivy, we know right now in the industry, we don't have just where you get men, just solely men or solely women. Now, like your own industry now, do we have men that also go into makeup?
Yes, we have men that are also into makeup and they are doing fine.
They're doing well. Okay, so for yourself now, have you trained any man since you've been in the industry?
You know, guys like going to where guys, you know, guys to guys.
Okay, so if it's a guy that has the makeup studio,
yes,
you find them
you see more of guys there.
Okay.
Yes, when it's a lady, you see more of ladies there.
Okay. All right. So the United Nations has thought it well to say this day should be set aside. It's a special day, you know, like you said, leaving school, looking for jobs, and there was no job forthcoming. You decided to go into what you loved more. Now, we find even children nowadays, they're in school, but in their free time, in their spare time, you find them coming to your place to say, okay, I want to learn this trade. Now, do we have persons that are not graduates coming to you to say, oh, I want to learn how to make up?
Yes, we have. They are, you know, because of the way things are right now in our, should I say our country,
society,
our society. Most of them, I don't really know, but most of them are being discouraged. Let me use that word.
So we don't have more persons coming to learn skills.
We have them. What I'm trying to say is some don't, like some will tell me, I have some students with me, they stop at secondary school. Yes. And they are like, I was like, okay, as in, aren't you having the interest of furthering your education? They say, Mama, I don't think there's any need for that. Because they feel going to school is, you know, I went to school, so my school is supposed to put food on my certificate is supposed to put food on my table. So most of them don't see the reason of furthering their education. They just, since I have these, I have my secondary school certificate already, so that's enough for me. Let me go into, you know, skill. Let me go into entrepreneurship. So I have a lot of undergraduates. I also have graduates too. Then I also have those that are still in school, you know, learning while they are on holidays. So when there is school, they resume for their school, and when they are on holidays, they come for learning, for training.
All right. Now, as a shoemaking person, do you have ladies within your midst?
Yes. I have 2 girls now.
2 girls?
Yes,
Wow.
2. So, and then they are trying.
Okay.
They are trying.
Are they done with their education or?
No. One she just finished right on JS3.
Okay.
The other one to based on ASU.
Okay.
So he said you want to learn before going back to school.
It's good to know that our younger ones of these days, like my tailors, sure, you find small children, ages of 15, let's say 16, even 10-year-old children. You find them right now, you know, learning, giving themselves exposure as far as this skill acquisition is concerned. So, another thing, you find so many persons out there saying, I can do it. I know how to do it. And you give them the work to do. They don't deliver. So what causes this?
Okay, I think many of them does not have the actual training.
Okay.
And so many of them are being distracted as well. So thereby, you know, maybe when they've acquired just a little skill, these are profession, or rather this entrepreneurship, it has to do with patience, and it's a gradual process. We have step 1 of it. For example, we have, okay, let's say it's up to like step 5, and this step 5 you ought to acquire all the steps. Now we have some persons that are not patient. Maybe when they have just step 1, step 2, and they feel, okay, I'm good enough. Let me go and start up with my own. Not knowing that it's more than that. You have to complete the thorough training, the total training, in order to see yourself as a profession. As a professional, as a professional. So most of them are not patient to learn. 2, they are not focused. They can be distracted by the way. most of them too are not determined. They don't even know what they want.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Some of them, because my friends does it, my friend they don't, and my friend they get money inside.
Yeah.
Now, before you go into any profession, let it be what you enjoy. It should be what you enjoy doing. You should have what it gives you joy. Don't do it because my friend does it. When you have that kind of, when you are driven with that, you see yourself losing the interest by the wayside. Are you getting me? So you see yourself losing focus before you even get to the end of the end of the training. Yeah. So you have to, it has to be a personal driven, it has to come from the inside. It should be what you enjoy. Okay. I enjoyed makeup. It gives me joy. Yeah. When I see myself doing it for people, I enjoy it. So your profession should be what you enjoy. Start with that. When you want to choose a profession or what to do, think of what you enjoy doing, what you find interesting. Okay. Yes.
So that idea of what I gave my makeup artist and what I got is all because they don't follow the due process.
Yes, they don't follow the due process, and some of them is not what they enjoy, so they can just lose interest by the wayside when they've not even got into the destination yet.
All right. Okay. Now, I will also ask a question. How tedious is the job, your makeup work? But that will be much later. Now, to our shoemaking person, the person of Arabe. Iriabe, okay. I'll get used to the name, don't worry. Okay, now, these are the things you have done. Yes. Can you please lift them up? Now, for how long did you learn how to do this?
2006.
6 to
9.
To 9. Okay, now, while you were at the academy, since you said it's a school, now did you find some persons dropping out?
Yes, because I met two boys there then, but the way they used to do in that store, so I got now.
Okay, you drove them.
Yes, drove them away. So now they only me one then, but later, after maybe some 6 or 1 year, so many people now come in.
Okay. So how long can one actually stay in this, this business to learn how to, acquire this skill?
Okay, for me, shoemaking, we have different type. Because we have shoe, we have sandal. Because
okay, what's this one now? What's this one?
Just ordinary palm slippers, easy one. This one is easy one. So for me, at least, if you want to learn how to make shoe very well, up to 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. So up to 3 years. So there's many other things, but nowadays, they don't want to wait for 3 years. Some will say 1 year. At the end of the day, there we go. So if you give them work, okay, do this thing for me.
The finishing product.
So I can't do it. So that's the problem we have with them now.
Okay. So how long did it take you to make this?
Almost 4 hours.
4 hours?
4 hours.
Okay, 4 hours.
Yes.
4 good hours. And if you want to sell this now, how much will it go for?
8,000 naira.
8,000 naira. Okay. So I was saying it's a lucrative one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, Ivy, I asked you a question earlier concerning persons that want to learn, but they have the desire to learn, but because they don't have the monetary aspect, will you accept them in your line of business?
Yes, I will. But I have come to realize I have some of them have actually helped in the time past. Okay. You find out that most of those persons, at long run, they won't be serious. I don't know if it's because they are getting it for free.
Okay.
You see them not taking it serious. So that has been my observation. Though if I still have some persons like that have the interest, that have the zeal, I have to, to be convinced that they are having the interest and the zeal. They are determined. I will accept them.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, is the work tedious?
The English word says, good things does not come, are not easy. You know, yeah. Okay, it's not per se, and it's also tedious. Anyway, let me say, no, it's not tedious.
It's not tedious.
When you are determined,
yeah,
anything that looks tedious might just look easy. You know, whatever look difficult or look challenging, you even see yourself enjoying that tedious aspect of it. So my word is be determined, know what you want. If it's what you enjoy, everything about it will be easy. I've trained some persons within 3 months, and there are some persons, what that person learns for 3 months, within 3 months, I have seen some students acquiring that same skill within a year. Okay. 3 months, a year, 6 months. So it varies. What am I trying to say? When you are determined, when you love what you do, when you enjoy it, you won't see anything tedious about it.
All right. Riagbe, is it as tedious?
No.
Not as such?
No.
When you're determined,
yes,
and you love the job?
Focus, yes.
Okay. Now, the answer strike has been on for some months now. Do you find students coming in to say, okay, because I don't have something doing, I want to, learn makeup?
Yes, I have a lot of them. You know, some of them say, we don't know where would they go. Let me keep this for myself. Let me have this first. So I don't know. Let me just keep this for myself. Let me have this first. So I have a lot of them.
Okay. So why do you think we have skill acquisitions everywhere?
Yes, everybody wants to. There's a normal saying that don't put all your eggs in one basket. So everybody are trying to have a plan B. So whichever way, there will still be food on my table. If my certificate did not give me food, let my hands, my skills, what I've learned, let it also provide food on my table.
Okay. All right, so this year's theme for the World Skill Day is Transforming Youth Skills for Future. Yeah, transforming youth skills for the future. Do you feel that skill acquisition has actually made the economy grow better?
Yes, I think to my knowledge, I think yes. Because when you know, skills acquisition is actually empowering the youth, thereby reducing or minimizing crime in our society today. So it keeps the youth busy, not having time to be idle. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. So most of them are busy and thereby reducing crime in our society today.
All right, we're looking at World Skills Day, exploring skills for development. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go nowhere. If you just joined us, this is Flipside with yours sincerely, Oloije Oikokai. We're looking at World Skills Day, developing skills for better future. All right, just joining us is the person of Amadi Philomena. She is the CEO, Amafil Cake Palace. Amafil, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. All right, so quickly now, Amafil will be letting us in on her own side of the story. How she decided to join the entrepreneurial aspect of the society. Now, over to you, Mafil.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I joined entrepreneurship 2019 based on the fact that I just had the feeling that it's better to be skillful than to be working in a firm. Okay. So I had great passion for cakes. Baking cakes and, making people happy, in their celebration time, their weddings and their birthdays. And it gave me great passion that I could deliver for the past 5 years now. And it has been wonderful because, cake has been something I've always wanted to do right from childhood, and gaining skills and thriving on has been beautiful. Okay. Well, since 2019 till now, it has been wonderful, and by the grace of God, I've been able to train over 20 girls already.
Wow, nice.
So it's been beautiful being skillful.
Okay. All right, so you said it was something you loved doing and you did not want to work for anyone. Not like you were done with school, you looked for a job, jobs were not forthcoming, and you said, okay, I love cake, it's my passion, and I want to go into it. But you just decided from onset that you wanted to be a boss of your own.
Yeah, true. From onset I decided to be a boss of my own. But at final year 2019 in school, we just had this conviction that there was no job anywhere. So it gave me so much energy to, penetrate into the cake industry.
Okay.
So that was basically the reason.
So will you say going to school was futile?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
So what has it added to your, your skills that you have learned?
It brought knowledge.
Okay.
It brought knowledge. It gave me a greater insight. It's not going to just be a common baker in the room and trying to just make some flour, sugar together.
Yeah.
School gave me a broader knowledge of cake, of baking.
Yeah.
It's not just sitting in one corner, just okay, let me just gain. Outside the fact that there's money coming from it, the impact will make. A great leader is someone that raises other leaders.
Okay.
So school was not just a waste of time, not at all.
Yeah.
It gave me a great insight, a broad insight in the baking industry.
Okay, now Ivy, do you toe the line of Amafil?
Yes, you can easily differentiate from an educated person into a profession with an uneducated. So being educated gives you a broader knowledge in your profession.
Okay.
So no knowledge is lost.
Okay.
It's good to go to school.
All right, some person said when you go to school, you have maybe someone packages his or her item in a particular way, but the fact that you have gone through the 4 walls of the school, you have other knowledge in how to package your things. Now, Irabe,
Yes.
you said you finished, you stopped school at
2006.
2006. Now, has that actually helped you, develop your business?
Yes.
It has?
Yes.
Okay, in what way?
Because the work can make me it make me responsible.
Okay.
And then I thank God for my life. I have 2015.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
through this work.
Okay. Now, Amafil, do you find, especially this ISO strike, I actually asked Ivy Glam, during the ISO strike, do you find any students coming your way to say, okay, I don't want to idle at home, I want to get my hands busy? Do you find them in your place?
Yes, I do. In fact, the current set I'm trading now are all students from University of Virginia.
Wow.
So they have been making use of this ASU strike, and they are actually doing excellently well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what will you say the United Nations giving out this day for skills to be acquired by everyone? Now, do you feel it's a laudable exercise?
Yes, it's a great exercise. It's a wonderful exercise. Giving this day to celebrate skills acquisition is a wonderful exercise. It opens the ears and eyes of youth that they can do more than sitting at home and make use of themselves. A useful youth is a valuable youth. If you are not useful, you are not valuable to the society. So you acquiring a skill, you become useful and valuable to the society.
Okay, now, all right, so we know some jobs are actually tedious. I asked Ivy said when you are dedicated, you don't see the job as being tedious. Now, funny enough, guys, I love baking also. Yes, when I was done with school, I looked at the society, like you said, Ivy, the jobs were incoming. And funny enough, while I was 7, I worked at Radio Nigeria. I had spare time for myself. So in my spare time, I was like, okay, I love baking. And there was this lady I actually met, and she was so good at baking. And I employed myself there, used my service money to pay for acquiring the skill. And it was super nice. Now, I want to ask, is this work tedious? Baking.
To be very honest, it's tedious. But passion doesn't make it tedious. When you love what you're doing, you don't see it as tedious. You don't see it as tedious. You just see it as a way to be so creative and make some event memorable.
Okay.
So passion does not make me tedious. It's not tedious to me.
All right. Okay. What else? All right. Good. Now you find some persons. Someone comes to meet you now. There's this cake on this table made by you. Please, can you lift it up? You find some persons. They want to bake the same cake now. They come to meet you. Phil, I want to get this cake. How much will you go for it? And you tell them, okay, this cake can be baked for, let's say 20,000 naira. Now and she says, oh, it's too expensive. And she goes to another person, and the person says, oh, madam, bring it. I can give it to you for 10,000 naira. So why this disparity in prices?
Okay, disparity in prices is because
you can drop it.
Thank you. It's because of the product will make you do it. You know, we have good products in the market, and we have not so good products in the market. So, this cost of production makes our job varies. And the professionalism we put into it. You know, there are some cakes that is being baked, and someone out there is going to complain that, oh, this cake is too strong, or it's not beautiful. The extent you go to make sure it's pretty, it's mind-blowing, it makes the client happy, you know, that excellence you put in it causes disparity. Outside the production, the professionalism is also into it.
Okay. Now, the professionalism, now you get some persons be like, what you have or what I gave to you is not what I got. So what causes this?
Okay, like I said earlier, professionalism and the cost of production. You know, you might go out there and buy, if I want to make this cake, I'll use a crate of egg.
Okay.
Someone out there can use like quarter crate, let's say 7 or 8, and I'm giving 30. So you can see the varies, you know, so that varies in cost this disparity. And the professionalism we put into it to make sure that it's sharp, it's neat, it's beautiful, and all that. And one of the major things people eat before they eat your cake is the neatness, the design, the beauty that you produce. So these are the things that they look at before you know, give a cost towards a job.
So how long can you be in the training class before you can call yourself a baker?
I would advise for those that want to learn from the very scratch, 3 months.
3 months?
Yes, 3 months. 3 months is very useful. Like this house should break, it's going to about 3 months already. So those that started at the beginning of the strike, they're already awesome already. They're already doing well.
Okay. Now, someone says, if you just go ahead, learn something like just scratch, like you scratch the surface, and the person comes out and say, oh, I can actually bake your wedding cake. You get? And you send the person your picture. This is what I want. And the baker, the so-called baker, bakes the cake, brings it out, and you're seeing that there is a disparity. So what will you say causes this?
Okay, the disparity is basically the person didn't give attention to the class first. If you give attention to your class, you master what your trainee is giving to you, you will come out of it, because every trainer wants the best for the student. I don't want to train the student that will go out there and give nonsense. So if you don't just go there and take the scratch and tell the world that you can bake, it will show you your results. And the result is the cake you bring out. So if you go out there and, you know, take some jobs that you're not supposed to take, it's just like you go to university, you didn't graduate, and you are telling somebody that I'm a graduate without a certificate. So these are major things we look into. So before you give a client a job, you need to know what the client has done, the designer has done so far. You know, let's get to know what this person has baked over time. Because after you send them the job that you want, get to ask the baker to send you jobs he or she has done for a while, maybe 1 or 2 times job. So from there you will know, okay, I think I can trust this person with my money, and I think I can patronize this person.
Okay, now World Youth Skill Day provides young people an opportunity to shine their skills by taking part in skill development programs organized by various training institutes. Now, it also provides a pathway between the youth and technical and vocational education and training. Now, we also find that institutions, employers, and workers organize firms and development partners and policy makers. Now, the day also highlights the strategic importance of equipping young people with skills for employment, decent work, and entrepreneurship. Now, looking at all this, the significance. Now, do you find outside your normal class, do you organize workshop to just, enlighten, like 3-day workshop, 2-day workshop, and all of that? Let's start with Ivy Glam.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do organize workshop, thereby, giving opportunity to those that don't really have, the financial, having the, that are not financially stable to acquire that skill. So workshop, most times do give them the opportunity to be exposed to the profession, or rather to learn something, to acquire a skill regarding that very profession.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, to shoemaking personnel.
Yes, for me, it's good because in my field now, about Monday, my 2 girls will go to market and buy some materials with their own money.
Okay.
Anytime they want to produce, so they will buy, will not come back. I will not be watching them. They'll be doing it, and I'll be directing them. So from there, they will pick.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Amafil, do you organize workshop to persons outside, like the corpus of your training centers, like the normal girls you have trained, like organize workshop for persons to come and get more knowledge?
Exactly, I do that, especially the secondary school students. As they are leaving the secondary school, most of them are going to write jam and all that, so that's space in time. So I organize a workshop for them and try to put into them that you're not going to go through university and just stay alone. You're going to go into the world and become a youth. So once you're going through, you need something sustainable to go through it. So I organize a workshop for them, and most of them, they pick up from there and come to train fully with us.
Okay. Now, Ivy, apart from, you have learned how to, do makeup, you do traditional wedding hair, right?
Yes.
What else again? The white wedding.
White wedding hair, bead making.
Okay,
and
some other things.
Yes.
Okay, now, fine. Do you, apart from the knowledge you've had before, do you go to someone else that has learned more than yourself, getting more knowledge on your field?
Yes. Now, when, in life, okay, per se, let me say in our profession per se, you don't really have to stop at a particular place and tell yourself, I'm okay here. Learning does not end, learning does not stop. Most times there are some things I do see. Now, upgrade is often, especially in our profession, we see more upgrade. Now, the kind of makeup you see far back, let's say last year here, I know the kind of makeup you are seeing right now. Okay, for example, we have this normal brow that we do draw before, and we have this trendy brow called stripes brow. Now, this has not been our usual brow. And when we see anything like this, yes, stripes brow. Okay, when we see anything of such, we do go for, try to know how it is being done. Because when I learned when I was in my learning stage, then when I was still learning, something like this was not trending. So whenever you find something new, something trending, now you have to be always follow the trend. And whenever you see something different and more beautiful than what you are doing at a moment, you should go for upgrade. Go for a higher. There is always a higher person than you. no man is an island of himself. So there is always you are not stopping at the best. There are always some higher persons than you. So you should go to the higher persons. You came from an institute. You came from somewhere. So whenever you see something different, you can go back to go for an upgrade. So there is room for an upgrade. Learning does not stop. The day you stop learning, you know, that day, like someone said, that day you die. So learning does not stop. Learning is every day. We learn every day. I learn every day. I always go to, I always browse, I always go online to see what's trending, to see how I can watch and upgrade myself, to see what is new. And because I'm in that line already, when I see what is new, with just a personal study, I can be able to work on myself. I can be able to upgrade myself without going to meet any higher person. So learning does not stop. We learn every day.
All right, looking at hair tie.
Okay, hair tie, yes. We have different beautiful styles that comes out every day. Now, because I'm a professional and I'm into hair tie, if I should see a different hair tie, especially online, now with just a zoom and a study, I can know where it's coming from and how to get it. Yes. So if you are still that type that can't catch up like me, I think you have somewhere you are coming from. You came from somewhere. Every professional, every entrepreneur came from somewhere. You had a source. You learned from someone. So you should trace back and say, please, oh, my boss, this is it. Now, it's not the time you can go to meet your boss like me, so I can just say it. I can study a particular new style, and I will be good. I'll be good to go. I'll just, when I see something new, I just take that, I just take a glance at the picture, zoom it up, on, and that's it.
So do you feel it's everything you can actually learn from the internet?
Not everything.
As a makeup artist?
Not everything per se. So some you just have
you need
to
go
to
and go to the professional.
Go back to where you are coming from, or practicalize it. Now with constant practice, on your own self, because you are skillful already, you are into it already. It's difficult to see what you cannot actually get when you see, because you are in that line. When you see it, you know how the person actually turned it, and you'll be able to get it.
All right, so Irabe, have you gone to any institute other than the one you've gone before to upgrade yourself as far as shoemaking?
Before I moved to local, I have a cousin then, school at Unibe then. So when I produce, I normally give it to her. She will not help me. Then, but
so she's a lady.
Yes. But whatever is then, but around between Benin, I normally
just reach out
my product out. So they normally call me from travel.
All right, Amafio, upgrade.
Of course, I am one of the persons that love improving on my knowledge, but on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis. And like what Ivy said, internet is one key place that we'll go to. You know, we check and try to practicalize what we see. And practice, constant practice makes you professional. And definitely I've left my own place and registered in someone that is higher than I am. I've been in the game and I've learned when to learn what she know already. You know, despite the fact that, oh, I'm already good in it, I don't relax on that thing. I want to be better. So every day I train and make sure I upgrade on myself. So upgrade is constant.
Now we talked about the internet. I remember small chops. Can you actually learn small chops from the internet?
To be very honest, no, you can't.
Do you know why I asked that question? Now, when I was done with school, like I did say, during service year, done the service year, now, you know, small chops came all the from nowhere. So I seen small chops. And I was like, oh, I'm a baker. I should know how to do small chops. So I went to the internet and tried, man. It wasn't coming forth. And I was like, oh, really, I need to go look for someone that is good at what this thing is. So that's the reason I'm asking you now. Is it everything you can learn from the internet and get the exact
knowledge
results you're looking for? as a baker?
No. It's not everything you can learn from the internet, especially when it has to come with recipes. So recipes are omitted. Most of the recipes are omitted. So don't trust whatever you see on them when it comes to producing from scratch to finish.
Okay, now before we go, Ivy, quickly, so what are your last words, yes, your advice to youth out there, especially for those persons that they don't have anything they're doing, they're just at home, waiting for uncle, waiting for auntie to put food on their table, to give them something. You find some person, mama, anything for the boys, anything for the girls. So what do you have for them?
Okay, my advice to those at home doing nothing, especially during this holiday, make yourself useful. My CEO, Amafe, said, as a youth, be useful in order to be valuable. So make yourself useful. Go and acquire skills. Think of what you love. Go and learn it. Make yourself useful, and let people also ask from you. Hey, please, ma, can I get something from you? Hey, please, sir, can I get something from you? Not always you doing the asking always. So be useful. Go and acquire a skill and make yourself a better person in the society. And give back. When you make yourself useful, you see yourself giving back to the society. Thereby, you know, empowering all those, as in more youths around you, thereby reducing crime. Yes, so make yourself useful as a youth and don't be idle. An idle mind is the devil's worship. All right, quickly now, Ragbe. Okay, for me, I will advise guys as idea. So they should find something doing. Find something. For me, this is what I know how to do best. Okay, and I feel?
Yeah, like unemployment is one thing that is constant. So the best thing you can do is to employ yourself. So therefore, go out there, acquire skill, and be a professional in it, and it definitely bring food to your table. Okay, be a CEO. Amafil has said it, Ivy Glam has said it, and our shoemaking person here in Rugby has also said it. And I will tell you, make yourself useful in the society. So I'll see you again next week for another exciting time on Flipside. Do have yourself a blessed day. Bye.